What's up, everybody? It is Captain Brando, and today this is your beginner guide to ShibaSwap. We've all been hearing a lot about Shiba Inu and how much it's been coming up, and it has a massive community supporting it, and everybody wants to jump into it. And I have been asked to provide you guys with a beginner video, just a quick walkthrough just to help understand a little bit about what ShibaSwap is. I myself have been in ShibaSwap since it launched. I was part of the liquidation event and got 10x my rewards there. And when I say rewards, we're going to walk through and explain that to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Please like this video and give me a subscribe down there. I would really appreciate that. I'm coming out with videos as much as I can. If you've got any requests, leave a comment down there. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll make it for you. And so let's jump right into it. All right, right here, guys, this is ShibaSwap. If you can see up here, ShibaSwap.com. And when you get here, you're going to connect your wallet. So instead of having a username and password to log into most of the crypto environments, they use your wallet, and you have to download a MetaMask. So if you don't have MetaMask, you need to get it. And right here, I have my ShibaSwap account. So inside of MetaMask, you can add different accounts, guys. And so I try to separate my Uniswap, and this is kind of my overall account. And then ShibaSwap. We're going to switch there. You can see I have a little bit of Ethereum, some Bone in there, and then T-Bone. So we'll explain that here in a second, but let's get right into it. Right here, ShibaSwap, you have 6 different options, and up top is our coin value. So our first coin is Shiba Inu. We can see that 0.00006114. That's currently the price here. And then LEASH and Bone. And LEASH and Bone are specific to the ecosystem of ShibaSwap. They are not pretty much readily available outside for trading. They will be. We're not going to doubt that whatsoever. But currently, Bone and LEASH are inside of ShibaSwap only, and they both are used inside of the ecosystem. One is Bone here is a rewards style. So this is what you get for your rewards, and we'll get into the rewards part as I'm talking about it. And then you have LEASH. And LEASH is kind of there, they call this the Doge killer. Something about LEASH you guys should know is that there's only 107,000 coins that are going to be in circulation, meaning that LEASH here has a lot of potential to be skyrocketed. And then Bone, I think it's 250,000 in circulation that's going to be minted here. But Bone also, just so you guys know, Bone is going to be specifically for ShibaSwap's Shibarium, and Shibarium is coming down the road. It's down the road here, but it is going to be the NFT marketplace that Shiba is going to launch. So we're going to stay tuned for that. But why Bone is so important right now is because as we're getting it as a reward down the road here, it's going to be very, very, very useful. So there's a little overhead about these coins here. If you want to do more research, down here on the bottom, they've got their website and a little bit of the Discord. I highly suggest getting into the Discord if you are not. It keeps you pretty informed, and their Telegram here on what is going on with Shiba Inu and the Shiba army. Okay, so let's get in now. Now that we understand the Bone here, what we're looking at, we've got our wallet connected. And if you guys need to download MetaMask, go do that before you do anything. You have to get MetaMask. You can. There's probably other videos out there. I can do one later down the road for how to download MetaMask. But as of right now, we're going to jump right into the 6 things that ShibaSwap offers. And we're going to start here on the bottom left, because this is where you kind of start when you want to liquidate and put your coins into liquidity. And I'll explain that down the road, but we'll click on swap here. On the bottom left, we want to swap tokens, right? So this is where we can swap Ethereum or many other coins here for other coins, right? So normally I use Ethereum as my main in ERC20 here. And then let's say we wanted to buy Bone. We can click down on Bone. And then how much Ethereum? I don't know what I have in my wallet. We're going to look at that real quick. I just think it's a few bucks. right? So 0.006. Let's see what that even does. 0.006. Come on. 0.006. And boom, 7 bone. There are gas fees, guys, so 0.001, let's say. So 1 bone. Let's go 0.0009. Less than that, 9.8. We're trying to get to 1 bone, guys. 7 and yeah, 8, 5, 8, 8, 1, 8. Yeah, okay, there we go. We're close. All right, 1 bone. We're gonna hit swap. You guys can get as many as you want, and actually, we're gonna walk through the liquidity side on how even those have to be. So we need to make sure we have enough Ethereum down the road for all of our gas fees. If there's one thing that I can't stand, and I'm sure you guys too, it's the gas fees that happen during these transactions and moving things, and I'll explain that to you right here. If we hit swap, it's going to give us Ethereum to bone, and then our liquidity fee point blah, 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 Ethereum. We're going to hit it, yes. Then your MetaMask wallet opens over here. Look at this, guys. $10 to do that swap. So make sure that when you're doing it on a larger scale. I'm not saying thousands of dollars at all. I usually do about $300 at a time. That way the gas fee doesn't seem so slamming to you, because you're going to get more than one gas fee inside of the system as you start to move money around. But let's say we went ahead and did this. We would hit confirm and then sign it, and then it would process, and then it would add it to our wallet here. And we would have Bone is in our wallet. So this is the swap feature. Mess around with it as much as you can, but do remember you hit the gas fees that happen with Ethereum, and as Ethereum's price goes on and the transactions happen with the hash rates, the gas price is raised, and none of us like that, but it's kind of just the way the system's built right now. Something that is awesome about Shiba Inu and ShibaSwap here is if you bury and you stake your Shiba Inu. So let's say you swapped all your Ethereum and bought Shiba Inu, and then we went and staked it, which is burying over here. You can kind of see. So Shiba loves to bury what they find. Stake your tokens to gain returns. Over here on this other corner, when you stake those, you get bone back for most of it, and we'll get into this. But we'll go right above it real quick to dig. So dig is, there are tons of bones under the ground. So liquidity, this is how you create liquidity pairs. And when I talk about liquidity pairs, it's a little complicated. This is something that we'll do in a different video. This is how you get to farming in a sense. Let me back up. We'll back up here on dig, and then we'll jump over to BONEFOLIO. That's the analytics. And then WOOF, and WOOF is where you stake your liquidity. So I currently am doing this, and I'll show you guys. It kind of makes sense when I step forward to go backwards for you. Okay, so WOOF, here we go. I took Bone and Ethereum, made them equal. So 10 Bone equal in price to Ethereum. So let's say $100 worth of Bone, $100 worth of Ethereum. I liquidityed them, and then it created my SSLPs, which is my staking token. And from there, I added it, and you can see right here this 3.9 LP. That is what I have added. And we'll get to the price. I'll show you guys exactly that. But what's happening is I staked it for 6 months. I put it away for 6 months. I put it right here. And you can't touch it. I don't want to touch it, because in here, if we click this read more, you get, remember, you can claim 33% of your rewards instantly, but the remaining 67% are locked up for 6 months. So because I did this, I am constantly getting rewards. Every minute I'm getting Bone, constantly, guys. And this is amazing. Bone's price right now is a little low, but when we first started, Bone started at $80. And it's all the way down to $1.80 because we're doing a lot more minting, and it'll rise again, guys. I'm not worried about that. As of right now, I've got Bone and Ethereum making me money, constantly. And right here, 20 bones, So far, I'm not going to wolf those because it doesn't make sense for me, and I'll explain that to you in a second. But unwoofable, this is what I've wolfed already. So wolfing just means pulling it out. And when you click this, I'll show you, you have another transaction fee. Right now, for me to do that, for me to pull these 20 bones, and mind you, 33% of these 20 is all I can access right away, right? So that's around 7 bones, right? And if bone is $1.80 over here, $1.87, that's really, you know, 50, it's as much as my gas fees. I lose the amount that I would pull with my gas fees. So that's something to pay attention to, guys. If you don't have a lot of bone, that your gas fees they make sense, or bone's price is up there, then I would suggest just keeping it here, because what it takes to get more, there. I guess what I'm trying to say is every time I was wolfing the bone, I was taking the bones and I was putting it into staking. I was burying those bones, and we'll jump into the bury part. And as I was burying those bones, I was thinking, man, this is great, but my return on burying is nowhere near what this wolf farming is, guys. And so I highly suggest, if you're going to put any away, you do it here. But hold on, let me stop myself. I have to stop. There's a difference between this burying and staking compared to liquidity. And liquidity, there is the possibility of losing money, as if the price of bone, so I took bone and Ethereum, made them equal, right? $100 to $100. It's X amount of bone, right? I put it away. If the price of bone goes up, when I go to cash this liquidity out, I only get $100 to $100. I don't get the gap above. I forget what it's called, impediment something or other. We'll have to look that word up. There's so many words, guys. So many words. But okay, so if you're not making, you know, hundreds of bones there and getting the 33%, I kind of suggest just letting it run. I'm going to reject what's on our screen here because we're not going to do that. I also took a little bit of LEASH and Ethereum and put them in here to see what it would do. I mean, look, guys, it's 0.008. It wasn't much. It was like $100. I just wanted to see what the difference was between these two. And actually, let me grab something for you and show you guys. While the liquidity event was happening, so for 2 weeks, when this whole platform launched, there was a liquidity event. You were able to get, we as a group were able to get 10x these rewards. So 10 times what I'm making now, we were getting for 2 weeks straight. And I'll show you the charts of that. This one specifically. So I kept track of every day and what time it was and how much my bones were earning straight up, and then what our percentages were, and then where our liquidity pools were at. So when I wolfed, and how much I wolfed for it, and what was left, right? So check this out. So one day to another day, I was getting 8 there. Here's another 10 between 24 hours, 10. So it's getting 10 bones a day, roughly, guys. 10 bones a day, which is really, really good at that time. And then we look at right here, where in 2 days, I got 4, 5, barely, no, what the, 3 bones, guys. Look at this. In almost 48 hours, it was nothing. And then in 24 hours, killing it, right? So you can really see the difference in the liquidity event there. I just want to keep track just to know where I'm at. And, you know, data matters, and just kind of understanding how the system works, and all the way down to literally keeping track. And for the month, and you can see I was only in the month for, there's 15 days, right? And what were we at? Unwoofable was 74. Yeah, not bad, guys. So 74, and if bone at the time was $3, that's not looking too bad. But okay, so that describes a little bit about that wolf side. I highly suggest, before you go do any of the liquidity, just do a little bit more research on what it takes in the process. How I learned was another YouTube video out there, so I'm sure you guys can find it too, just like you found this beginner one. We're gonna go back to the beginning here, and I just showed you wolf, but now I'm gonna jump real quick into the BONEFOLIO. This is the analytics of your account. and really the full system, but you can see your account in here. And check this out, guys. You can see from the beginning, this is July, right? We were stacked with billions of dollars in here. And then once the liquidity event stopped, boom, went down to 390 million, 400 million, let's say, 400 million from trillions, or billions, sorry, my bad, billions. Sometimes there's so many numbers. Seriously, I look at Bitcoins all the time. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But as you can see down here, guys, these are the reward pools. So these are the different types of coins that you can match, that you can go the one-to-one pretty much on the dollar level, not coin to coin, it's one-to-one. And it tells you right here what your rewards are, right? So Bone Ethereum, that's the one I just showed you guys. That's the most return. And then all the way down, and you can see all these different. So if you have coins in different areas and you want to be able to make more on them, I highly suggest going this route. My next one is going to be right here, SHIB and Bone. I'm probably going to unstake. I'm questioning whether to unstake what I have there to put it in right here, and I'll show you guys why. But on the left of these analytics is you can really run through a lot of the data and kind of understand it. Like Doggo's here, DAI and Ethereum. So the DAI is the 1-to-1, right? Ethereum, and the volume gains. It's 1.6 million added to it today, and then everything else is much lower than that. And then puppies is money being pulled out. So SHIB and Ethereum going down. So check this out. This is my portfolio, guys. So because Bone has dropped, you'll see the value over here. You know, I put in $779. It has got me 252, and this is about a month. In about a month, I've gotten $252, and it's showing my value at $621 because of what Bone is doing. I bought Bone more than it's worth now, so that's my downfall. But you can see Bone harvested $409, right? 111 Bone have been harvested. So right there, guys, 111 bones have been harvested in a month. That's just unbelievable. I can't wait for their platform to take off and this bone take off, because I'm really hoping we can get to $10 on that, and that'd be just a nice little stack up just on $700, wouldn't you think? So let me get back out of these analytics. We're going to go to Dig here. This is the liquidity part I was talking about with adding liquidity, creating a pair. So if you were going to create the Ethereum Bone pair, you would use Ethereum and then Bone. And here is the easiest way to do it. You want them to be even. So since whatever I have in my wallet for Bone, come on wallet, back to here, I have the 3.26, right? So I hit max, that'll max it out. But here's the thing, guys, since it fluctuates price, this happened to me. Since it fluctuates price, get rid of all of these. You see Ethereum changing? Even if you wanted to keep it even. 3, just make sure that they're the same, and then supply, and then you'll walk through again. When you get through this, confirm supply. So check it out. This is the share of pool, blah blah blah. Again, MetaMask comes up. We got to pay a gas fee, $14 in gas fee, guys. Like, it's, if you're gonna do this, make sure you're putting a little bit of money in there, and you put away enough Ethereum. So what I do, guys, I always consider that when I walk through this process, right? I took my Ethereum, and then I changed, and then I sold that or swapped it for Bone. And then when I did that, I had a gas fee. So Ethereum 1, Ethereum gas fee 2, and then I have Bone. And then when I do this one, I've got Ethereum again. And it has to be the same amount of Ethereum I already used. So that's 2 times the Ethereum. But then I have 2 gas fees. So when I divide it through, I pretty much do 33% for each one. That makes sense. So the first Ethereum to Bone is 33% of what I have in my Ethereum. Let's say it's $300. I take $100 the first time and make it Bone. Then this time in Dig, I would take reject. In Dig, I would take $100 of Ethereum and match it to the $100 of Bone. And then in the meantime, there's these gas fees. So I'm just making sure I've got at least 30% of what I'm doing in Ethereum in my wallet to cover the gas fees. Because The worst thing is when you get to this point and you get almost to the end and then you don't have enough Ethereum. So then you got to go back into your MetaMask and buy more Ethereum or transfer more Ethereum, and then you're charged another $5 or $10. So from the beginning, make sure you have enough Ethereum in your wallet to cover gas fees. And 30% is kind of where I'm at on this process, because there are quite a few gas fees. I really think there's 5 by the time it's said and done. Okay, so that's the liquidity side. Once you get those SSLPs from here is when you go and you put them into the WOOF. Okay, it's complicated. it's a lot, guys. You want to swap, you want to put it in liquidity, and then you want to WOOF it, or you want to stake it, right? So stake here. This is where you can bury the 3 tokens. And when you bury, guys, it's a 6-month thing. So know that any time in this system, you're going to either WOOF, which is farm, or bury. 6 months. 6 months. You're putting it away for 6 months. You're not touching it. You're forgetting about it. It's not worth it otherwise. I mean, if you want to, if you put enough in there to where you're making enough bone to where you can come bury those, just like I did here. So I didn't buy more bone. I used what I woofed out of the system and put it in here. So let me walk through this for you. So if I click bury SHIB, this is Shiba Inu, right? It's this price up here, the first coin. I've got 10 million in here. And what's really cool though is that I'm making bone, Ethereum, and Shiba Inu. So as I stake, you're making 3 different coins is what you're getting, right? It's really, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I'm only at 10 million, so you can see my numbers down here, and it's only been a couple weeks. So this is a couple weeks of 10 million Shiba Inu in the bury, and you can see 0.24 there and 0.11 there. I mean, that's 0.3 bones. It's not a lot. And then Ethereum is not anywhere. So I have yet to really make anything out of this. That's why I was saying I might pull everything and put it into the woofing side, because it seems to be a lot more profitable from what I'm getting at. So we're going to click leash now. So I buried some leash. It was pretty much nothing of leash, 0.031, which weird is not telling me my totals. But out of leash, I'm getting, there's a 0.1 and a 0.05, so I've got 0.15 bone in 2 weeks, which is nothing again. And then we're going to click bury bone here. So I buried, where are you, 30 bones, just at 30, right? My total value is $6. That's not right. I believe that should be what I've gotten back. But you can see this bone APY, guys. It's huge. You bury bone, you should be getting a lot of bone back. Okay, well, as you can see, I buried 30 bone, and I've got 0.6 so far in 2 weeks. So to me, as I'm looking at this bury, okay, so the benefit of the bury is that when you do pull after 6 months, of putting these away, when you go to pull it, it's still worth the same value. You still get the coins back. So there's a massive benefit there. Massive benefit as compared to liquidity. But liquidity gets you so much more. So I always wonder like what the way out is will liquidity, the woofing side, make me, this woofing, make me the difference if I were to not lose money, it's impermanent loss. I believe that's what it's called. Finally it came. Impermanent loss, right? Where if the price goes up and you go to cash out of your liquidity, you don't get the higher price. You get what you put it in at. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so, because I still have to wrap my head around it quite a bit. Let's go back to woofing real quick just so you can see it again. I showed you the bury numbers. I go back to woofing, and boom, 20 bone, guys. And then down here I've got 76 just waiting for me for 6 months. And yep, and again I got a little more in this leash Ethereum here. To me, this is the most profitable. I've been seeing decent returns. I mean, we've got 111. Let's go back to my count, right? So I've gotten 111 harvested bone. and that's, I mean, it's showing $409. That would be from the initial, but I mean, still 111 compared to what I'm seeing in the berry. It's just not even there. And so, this video is to help beginners kind of understand, because I myself, guys, like, I'm not a professional at this. Like, I'm not a Shiba guru, but I definitely have done my work and helped set up at least 5 different friends on doing this for them and getting them set up and getting them in the woofing. And when the liquidation event was happening, I called every person I know that's in crypto and got them set up, and that was successful. So I'm making this video just to run through it for you guys. And I have one thing though. I have only done this on a computer. I have not done it on an iPhone. I have not done it on a cell phone at all. So I can't speak to how to make this work or if it works very well with an iPhone on your phone kind of thing. And again, this is not financial advice, guys. This is just me talking to you about what I do. Your choices are your choices. I would just like to show you what I've done, what I know, and it's up to you how you want to move forward. Hey, just how about this? Let's join the Shiba Army, guys. We are on the move. Shiba Army strong. I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Please like this video and give me a subscribe down there. I would really appreciate that. I'm coming out with videos as much as I can. If you've got any requests, leave a comment down there. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll make it for you. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.